Hey there, this is Marcia Lee Smith Boyle. I'm a certified life and leadership coach and certified positive discipline parenting trainer. And I wanted to share a little story with you today about what firm but fair parenting looks like. In positive discipline, the term that we use is called kindness and firmness at the same time. And it's different from those moments of balancing a kind moment with a firm moment. So you've probably all experienced the situation where you've asked your child very respectfully to put on their shoes, and then you ask them again, and then you ask them again, and then you tell them, you better get the shoes on now or else. Like, we go from kindness and then we move into this firmness. And often that firmness is a little bit more mean or angry or done in an angry way than we'd like, and we end up feeling not so great about the situation, the relationship, and the long-term, not so great about building that long-term cooperative spirit in our home. So this story, I think, is an example of getting that firmness right, of when it was done in a way that was both respectful and fair and kind at the same time as being firm. So the example is many years ago, several years ago, I was at a pool party at my neighbor's house. And there was another family there, a mom and a dad, and they had a baby. And then I think she was probably around 5-year-old daughter swimming around in the pool. And this family, they were getting ready to go and starting to pack up their stuff. And the dad went over to the daughter, who was splashing around in the pool, having a good old time, and asked for her to come over to the side of the pool. He got down at her level and he said to her, "Sweetheart, we need to leave at about 5 minutes. How many minutes do we need to leave?" And she said, 5 minutes. He's like, "All right, you okay with that? You on board?" She's like, "Yeah, Daddy, no problem." Okay, fine. He goes away. About 4 minutes later, he comes back, waves her down, gets her attention, points to his watch, and says, 1 minute, then we gotta go. Thumbs up. She gave him the thumbs up. He goes away. And then, amazingly, about a minute later, not 10 minutes later, he actually comes back. He followed through with what he said he was going to do. And he gets down at her level, calls her over again and says, "Lovey, it's time to go." And she, as you might expect, was not quite ready to go. She was whining, "Oh, Daddy, really? It hasn't been a minute. Can't we have 5 more minutes? It's a beautiful day. I never get to go swimming." She whining, crying, negotiating, and the father very kindly and firmly stayed there, empathized. "Oh, I know it is. It's a beautiful day, and swimming is so much fun. And it's time to go, as we agreed. I've got my warm towel here for you. I'm ready for you." Well, she went on whining and crying for a little bit longer. Finally, she came to the pool. He gently pulled her out of the pool, wrapped her in her towel, held her in his arms while she cried and whined and made kind of a scene. I was over watching nearby, but actually watching in admiration as this father kindly and firmly followed through with what he said he was going to do, held her in her arms while she was crying, while she was whining. He held her with compassion. He held her with warmth. He allowed her to have her big upset feelings, even in public, as he waved goodbye, said goodbye to people very calmly, and left with his family. And I was thinking, wow, that is a great example of what it looks like to be kind and firm at the same time. So he demonstrated respect by giving her advance notice, by making sure that she heard him, that they understood expectations, getting at her level, giving her another advance warning, and then again following through with what he said he was going to do, and kindly holding the limit, tolerating her upset, letting her have her feelings, and still following through with the limit. I thought it was a fantastic example of what kindness and firmness at the same time looks like. So if you are interested in hearing a little bit more about this very core concept of positive discipline, you can click this link below or attached to this video of a link to an article that I wrote called Flip-Flop Parenting and What to Do Instead. And in it, I'll share my own example of when I feel like finally I got kindness and firmness at the same time right, when my daughter kept begging for food at bedtime. All right, thanks for listening. Bye now.